Hi everyone! Today we're going to be talking about preventing slips, trips and falls in the workplace and giving you some top tips to keep your employees on their feet. Slips, trips and falls are one of the most common causes of workplace injuries. In fact, in 2016-17 they made up 29% of all non-fatal injuries reported under RIDDOR. So, how do you keep the numbers in your business down? You can start by following these simple steps. Preventing slips. When it comes to employees slipping, the most common contributing factors are footwear, flooring, people, contamination, cleaning, and the environment. Here are a handful of ways you can eliminate the hazards associated with each factor. When the cause of a slip is footwear, there are some steps you can take to reduce the likelihood of such a slip happening again. You can make sure all employees' footwear is suitable for the job in hand. You can ask your supplier which footwear they think is most appropriate based on the surfaces and contaminants that are used around your business. You can get employees to regularly check the tread on their shoes to make sure that it isn't clogged with waste or debris. Make sure you have a process in place that ensures footwear is replaced before it becomes worn or hazardous. And always consider how conditions, like wet weather for example, can impact the suitability of certain footwear. If you're concerned that the flooring in your premises might be a slips, trips or fall risk, then it's best to refer to the guidance stated under the Workplace Health, Safety and Welfare Regulations of 1992, which state that your flooring must be suitable, in good condition and free from obstructions. It's important to instill in your employees a culture of awareness and reporting when it comes to potential risks, such as spillages and trip hazards. Monitor whether or not staff are actually wearing the footwear that's prescribed for the job. Reiterate that employees shouldn't rush from place to place, and make sure that employees aren't carrying large objects that might obstruct their view. While cleaning plays an important part in preventing contamination that can lead to slips, the cleaning process itself can often cause hazards. To eliminate these hazards, make sure anyone who carries out cleaning is trained to do so safely. Try and restrict cleaning to quieter operating hours. Make sure you use warning signs when the floor is still wet, but remember to remove them once it's dry. Keep on top of the maintenance of your cleaning equipment, and ensure that the right amount of cleaning product is being used. Contamination can come from substances such as rainwater, oil and dust, and can come from spills, leaks, overflows, your cleaning activity, runoff or footwear. To stop contamination from reaching the floor in the first place, consider introducing guards, drip trays, lids, entrance mats, or performing a review of your working practices. If you're unable to prevent contamination, you'll need to identify other control measures, such as flooring type, cleaning and footwear. When we talk about the environment, we mean things like your lighting, loud or unfamiliar noises, the weather, and condensations. You can reduce or eliminate some of their effects by ensuring excessive light doesn't cause glare on shiny floors, that lack of light doesn't hide hazards or the floor and or stairs, that employees aren't taken by surprise by loud or unfamiliar noises, and that rainwater isn't walked through your building's entrance. Keeping slips, trips and falls to a minimum. More often than not, trips are caused by some sort of an obstruction in walkways, and the rest of them are down to uneven surfaces. If you want to prevent trips as best you can, your business's walkways, housekeeping, and design and maintenance are where you need to start. To gauge how trip safe your premises is, here are some important questions to ask yourself and honestly answer. Around walkways, are your walkways in the right place? Are your walkways being used? And do the tasks that take place in your walkways prevent employees from seeing where they're going? Around housekeeping, are there any items that are being improperly stored in your walkways and clogging up the path as a result? Do all employees and cleaners know to report things like obstructions and trailing wires as soon as they see them? And is your cleaning regime effective and adhered to? And finally, around design and maintenance, is your flooring suited to the work that's carried out on it? Is all your flooring properly fitted and well maintained? Are all your walkways sufficiently wide and level underfoot? And is the lighting throughout your business adequate enough for employees to easily see hazards that are ahead of them? If you want more information on how our industry-leading health and safety service can benefit your business, then get in touch with our team today on 0345 844 1111. And if you're already a Citation client, then remember that we're available 24/7 on our advice line.